Alright, hope everybody's doing well. Just still recovering from my cough a little bit, but we'll get through that. And I have kind of a sore knee, so we'll do the best we can with this particular video. But you've not seen this setup ever. And this particular room, I had to cover up a bunch of family pictures, so most of the pictures, if they get caught on camera, will be basically other things that are not family related. So we will not dwell on that. But this is going to be my vinyl stereo equipment video, and just to show you where and how I deal with my music and vinyl and that sort of thing. We'll start off over here. And these are some turntables. This is the PopSky or PopSki turntable. It's a very cheap, but it's like $100 online through Amazon or whatever. I bought it at the Goodwill outlet/bin. Somebody had abandoned it, but I think it cost me a whopping $4. It was not particularly heavy, and it plays 78s to some degree, so I was able to test those out on here. The stylus was a little on the crooked side. I just moved it, and then boom, got it to work. And this is some sort of ion USB turntable for some reason. I don't know why I picked that up. That probably cost me about $5 or $6. I really don't remember. And all of these things seem to work. I think that one worked. This one definitely worked here. And then we got a new setup here, very shortly here. Just in the background here, I got this for your consideration PG-13. You remember, you go to the theaters and like the little mini marquees, usually in the lobby or above the doors that you go into. That's what these things are, and they shine a light through it and they light up here. I had to hand make a frame there. It's not very good. And then there's another one, picture perfect. I just bought the cheapest ones I could find on the internet at the time. People are asking $10 or $15, $20 for these now. They used to be like between $2 and $5, sometimes even $1. But again, that thing, all collectibles have just shot up in price here. Just a laptop there and some Oregon postcards. I put in a nice kind of a sort of handmade Chinese, probably a Chinese frame there. But so the equipment that I've got here, I'm working on. I've had this for a number of years and I haven't used it in a while. This Pioneer 4-channel receiver model QX646. And I want to say that I paid $40 for this back in the day. I got the box and the manual. Everything that you need comes with it, but it was very dusty and hadn't been used a long time, so some of those connectors are a little flaky at times. But I was trying to get this recent pickup of this model AP2200 Aiwa turntable, and it looks like the turntable is going to work great and everything. It was complete. And it cost me, I think, $13.50 at the bin store because 79 cents a pound. So this is very, very heavy. So it was probably weighs like close to 15 pounds, very heavy. But I had to save it. I didn't want to get broken. The last recorded sale of one of these, from what I can understand on the internet, there's a 2600. Everybody says you should have got the 2600. Instead of the 2200, but again, I can't find recent sales of the 22 or the 2600, and they get reviews of saying, yeah, it's good, but you should get something new, or all these people trying to put their 2 cents in there. And somebody in the UK paid $275 for his, and I'm only into like $13.50, $14, so I had to get it. The problem with this setup here, and these are some Sony speakers I got way back when. Probably about 2016 or 17 I got these, and I went to a Goodwill and they were something like $12. I said, that's a heck of a deal for a pair of Sony speakers, so I bought them, and I went to the register and they were 50% off. And then this is my JVC dual cassette deck. It has not been used or plugged in for probably about 5+ years, so there's actually a cassette in there. I wonder what this one is here. Jeff Foxworthy, King of the Rednecks, was in there. The reason why I was listening to that, because I got him to autograph the cover. And then there's some other Yamaha speakers that were used with a computer system many years ago. I'm loath to get rid of those. I was hoping somebody would take them, but they forgot. So there they sit, doing absolutely nothing. The reason I have all this stuff here, you usually don't have. There's my Pyle preamp a friend gave me. But my speakers are currently buzzing right now, and I don't know what I've hooked up wrong, or I have some sort of interference somewhere. Maybe this is interfering with this. That I don't know. Hopefully I have the right 12-volt adapter plugged in. I couldn't find find the one that went to the preamp and numerous other things here. So this is not a permanent setup. This is just one part of the table here that I have kind of going on here. This receiver here, people are spending around $200 for these now, and I was in it for like $40 when Goodwill did not have a discount on the electronics. There's a stamp machine there. It does work, but I don't have the little folders and the stamps for those. I just put a couple of dummy stamps in the top there. And I bought that years ago. It was probably like 20 or 30 bucks. I don't really remember, but it's just kind of a nice decor. All of this stuff came from another room here. Down here, I have this kind of fruit crate box, this cantaloupe box. It's very long, but it fits vinyl records very, very awesomely. And I know it was used for vinyl records because it got to the Goodwill store and all the vinyl records were dumped out. And I cannot remember what I paid for that, but I knew what a vinyl crate cost me, and I said, yes, I'm taking that. That's mine. There was nothing anybody could do about it. And there's a bunch of vinyl records, and the back behind there is the laser discs. This is autographed by many of the jazz miners. I'm not sure if all of them are there. I put it in a frame there. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, Lionel Hampton, Golden Vibes, Hollywood Drag, The Darts. What do we got here? Janadine Surf City. Just random Terry Bradshaw, Until You. Grateful Dead is here. We have California Concert, the Hollywood Palladium. That is on CTI. So that's a cool one there. Again, most of these are Stanley Turrentine, The Baddest Turrentine. And then we have Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers reissue. Bob Dylan, Hard Rain. There's a Fonzie, doesn't have the record on it. Robert Fripp, Exposure. Guitar Speak. That's a pretty good album there. George Benson. So really cool stuff in there that's mostly in my unsorted selection there. Book on Mount St. Helens I picked up for like a quarter or something at a swap meet this summer here. It's like a $40 book. And I was like, yeah, I'll take that all day long. Very interesting. Really cool book there. But people don't care about Mount St. Helens around here. It's just been there, done that. When you live in Oregon or Washington, those books are all over the shelves, but they didn't realize that was a super rare one there, and it's got some special markings inside, which makes it even cooler here. Then I want to go to this table here. There's just some random postcards here, and just a nice tidy once-in-a-lifetime tidy couch right there, and I use that to watch my TV over here. It's just a mess of DVDs and all kinds of fun things there. But currently, right now, I have my 45s and some other unsorted records here. And these are most of my 45s in their containers. I had gotten rid of one container, and I feel bad because I think I've got a bunch of loose 45s somewhere. Just everything under the sun, lots and lots of 80s stuff and vintage stuff, garage rock, Muzza Loaded, just everything you can think of is in here. A lot of these are like picture sleeves. You know, Paul Young, Everything Must Change. So anything that had a picture sleeve, I went and got it. If it was a certain genre. Here's another one here, Debbie Gibson, Shake Your Love. I had to pay $1.29 for that, and it was on Discogs for probably half of that or something ridiculous. So, but you had to pay shipping. So this table was not supposed to be here. This genuine mahogany table here needs some repair. There's like a missing piece there, and tried gluing something on there, fell off. So I'll have to get another piece of tropical hardwood to glue on there. But very nice 50s, probably 50s era, 40s or 50s era table there, and I just use it for all this stuff right now. And then we get to the system that's working here in a second here, but I want to share with you some of this here. These are some posters and framed art that I have here, and these are framed records here, Beck Morning Phase. Some of these newer record frames keep falling apart. The hooks keep coming out, and it's loose, and it's just jumping all over the place. This did not have the vinyl record on it. I got the empty sleeve, and I just took it because I just liked the cover. And then we've got, you know, other things like Bob Crane. That's a valuable record, but it's not in there. Nancy in London, it's in there. I don't know how you're supposed to save those. And then Ahmad Jamal. I'll probably take some of these out of... There's a Bruce Springsteen, and the Springsteen is actually a record, kind of a slip that goes in a display for a store. I got, I think, a lot of 5 of those, and there's Gone with the Wind, Dave Brubeck. These are all framed. The green frame I actually had to make, scratch, because at one time these are $10 a piece at the stores if you were lucky. Now they're $20 a piece for these frames. Very crazy, and I just threw a little Beck advertisement I got, you know, probably 15 plus years ago. I really don't know when that was, but that's kind of cool there. And so this is kind of the record station here that I currently use. This school chair, I've been buying these school chairs. They're very handy for stacking things on there. And records should not be stacked like this, but there's only like 5 or 6. And I use that because when I get up to here, that basically I have to step up to get to the turntable. There's no other place really I can use that because that's too close to the window there, and I don't want to fade any, damage anything, warp anything from the heat and the sun. So this is away from it all. And then these are a couple of record crates. This is a Harry and David box. It turned out to be a great record crate here. And then this is a explosives box, I think. On the other side it'll say some sort of danger explosives. And some sort of dynamite ammo box. So I thought that was really cool. I wished I could show you that. Here's a laser disc that got out of place here. And again, these are kind of stuffed here, so I can't really show those. But currently we have out the Lightning Seeds. Pierre is probably their best song there. And then there's a Lost Sounds Black Wave. I accidentally bought a record that was on my list. Now, has that ever happened to you? I said, Lost Sounds Black Wave, that looks awesome. I have to get that. That had to have been 10, 12 years ago that I found that. And I did not know that one of my favorite songs that I had recorded on a cassette was on this. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like looking for this, and I accidentally found it. It only cost me like $1 to get that. It was ridiculous. And there's a few other things. Somebody in the chat was going on about Tarzan Boy Baltimora. This is like a 12-inch single, I believe. And somebody paid $3.50 for it. I think I paid $1 or something like that. Some other stuff here. I'll just show you a couple other things here. This is End Over End. It's actually really good. It's not super valuable. Scenes from a New World. It's like some sort of 80s era. I don't know. It's a rock, punk, kind of alternative sort of thing. Very cool there. And there's the Bandmates right there. That's a really neat one there. Just some other random stuff there we don't need to worry about. And this is the collection I've been currently working on here. The 12-inch, more or less 12-inch type of stuff here. Stonehouse. This is DJ Sasha Classic Strictly White release, number 1, and I didn't have a cover, so I bought one of these bogus records and saved the sleeve there and just altered it. Same thing with this one, Hacker 008 UK 2004. It's okay. I had to get somebody originally paid $10.99 for that. Yeah, back in the day, I paid $10.99 for that, and I had to just put it in a generic sleeve there. This is my Latrell album, which I recently picked up. That's a very good listen there. And then here is Imagine Dragons Evolve. Again, that was another good one I picked up recently. Busy and Spoon, I don't know them that well. Stephen J. Cruz, this is the type that I've been collecting recently. You've seen that on the videos there. I got Michael Cassette, 2 different Michael Cassettes. Supermodels from Paris, Eunice Hamo, Aspect Mobetta, something else. So there's that one there. The Paul Van Dyke collection here is very small, but there's upside down there. But he's one of the most famous DJs. I'm subscribed to his channel. And Hawk Need for Cognition. I couldn't believe I found that one there. I was really happy. Board Static, which is autographed. That's the only one I've seen autographed. Gennaro Solid Sessions. Just go through a few. There's a couple Platypus recordings. I collect those if I can find them. And I have 3 records coming from Discogs pretty soon. Cost me $18.50 to get those. You've seen most of these here. I don't get to get enhanced recordings very often because most of those are only available in the UK. That's really cool. Anything else I recently picked up in here? I shuffled these around here, so I've got, a list of things that I want. Here's a Chrysalis Disco. Intoxicated Demons, the instrumental LP, and I just threw it in a disco sleeve there. Why not repurpose some of these old sleeves there and make kind of a fun out of it? Real Freaks, it's another label, and there's another there's Data Records. I collect those. They're getting harder to find. One of my recent pickups here is Ocean Lab featuring Justin Suisa, Clear Blue Water. That's a good one. That's like $20 for that one or so. Another Paul Van Dyke there. I don't know if that has Another Way on it, but Another Way was a cool one. I think I found it on a Scooby-Doo soundtrack. Minimalistics Close Cover, that's one of my favorites there, so really neat stuff there. And then we end up with Essential Recording System F Out of the Blue, so another good one there. I basically threw a couple of posters over here, which I have no absolutely earthly space for that, but this is Sugar with Magnapop. I remember Magnapop from the 90s. It's at La Luna, and they no longer exist anymore. I think I got a Camper Van Beethoven. I got the Contractions or whatever. That's a poster there. Again, these prices I paid were like super cheap. I mean, these posters are practically free. This is like $4.75 I think I paid for these, because the store was going out of business, and some of them are autographed, and I have a few more around here. I think I've got an Erasure one, which is kind of cool. So that's pretty much a setup here. Again, there's the 45s yet again. Just a TV remote. It doesn't belong in this room here. And this room is never this clean. Never, never, never. There's more records and other things tucked in every corner here. This room just fortunately became a catch-all. It didn't mean to be. More furniture was stuffed in here. This bookshelves were not even supposed to be in here, but I had transferred these old encyclopedias in here. And then there's some custom bookshelves I made out of an old bed. So I just took a board off an old bed, sliced it up, and 20 minutes later, if I hadn't damaged a few things, I would have been a 20-minute project there. And these are all the things that I have yet to get to, mostly. So I have to watch some of these things before I get to some other DVDs and that sort of thing. So that's my current watch list, and it's just a weird little rack that I built in here. Can't use a pencil sharpener anymore because it's all closed off there, but I just don't have the energy to make this mint so where I can throw it up on somebody's, Vinyl Dens video to see if they would, that would show up, But I just wanted to share with you my collection and what I currently have. The bulk of the record collection is in another room on several shelves, so there's like almost a couple thousand in there, which is a very small collection. So hope you enjoyed that and got to see some of my collection here, and thank you for watching.